Hello, I'm Robert Krampf. Welcome to the Experiment of the Week. We just got back from our wonderful road trip out west. We had a blast. We took tons of photographs. We took piles and piles of videotape, collected a lot of rocks along the way, and now we're back home. Time to get back to work, and first thing I have to do is unpack the car. One of the challenges of traveling like this is finding room for all your stuff. And so I thought we'd do an experiment this week that had to do with space. Let's start with this suitcase. Pretty big, full of stuff, but it's also full of air. Most of the space inside here doesn't have stuff in it, it's got air in it. And we can look at a good example of that by using a glass full of water and some cotton balls. Very simple. How many cotton balls do you think I can put into this full glass of water without spilling it? Well, let's try it to see. Put in one, and then another, and then another. And as you're doing this, notice the glass doesn't seem to be getting much fuller. That's because that cotton ball is mostly made up of space. Look at all this airspace in between those fibers. But even if we compact it down, it still seems to take up quite a bit of space. There's more to it than that, because each of those cotton fibers is hollow, like a drinking straw. And so as we push this in here, we're actually filling those little fibers full of the water at the same time. And so we can continue adding and adding and adding without overflowing the glass. It really is amazing how much of this is air. We can continue stuffing more and more and more of these cotton balls into that glass of water until we get this entire pile stuffed in there. Because, as I said, most of this stuff is air. Sure, it would be nice to be able to remove all the air for packing. They do make bags that you can hook it to a vacuum cleaner and suck out most of the air and compact it down. They do make packing a lot easier, but unfortunately that doesn't work with books and rocks and more books and more rocks and all the other stuff that winds up in my suitcase. Well, that's all for this time. Have a wonderful week. Hello, I'm Robert Krampf. Welcome to the Experiment of the Week. We just got back from our field trip out west, our road trip out west. Hello, I'm Robert Krampf. Welcome to the Experiment of the Week. We just got back from our road trip out west, had a blast with nature photography, took tons and tons of videos of, Hello, I'm Robert Krampf. Welcome to the Experiment of the Week. We just got back from our wonderful road trip out west, had a blast. Took tons of photographies.